What's up, everybody? Dre MTB here. Just wanted to check in with you guys and give you a little update slash go over some of the things that I've upgraded on my 2021/8. I got the /8 from Trek on a really good deal. They were dropping the prices of all last year's stock, so it gave me a huge reason to get this bike. Size medium /8. So yeah, it was like $1,000 off. Original price was over $4,000, and this was about $3,000. So that's what helped me pull the trigger on this. Before this, I had a Excalibur, and in between the Excalibur and this, I had a Ghost Slammer 2.9. That was a great bike, but it had its downfalls. It had a lot of bad things about it. I mean, I'll go over that later, though. Let's focus on this bike for now. So, one of the first things that I look for when upgrading any bike is, of course, the touch points. So the points that you are going to be feeling, touching, coming into contact with. That is kind of some of the most important things. So the grips that came with this bike were actually really good. They had a metal like screw on at the end, Bontrager, some kind of Bontrager grips with a metal protection piece on the end. But I gotta say, swapping to these are a lot more beefy. These are the P&W Loam XL grips, which I actually got completely for free with my P&W warranty claim, because I ordered one of these handlebars from Amazon used, and it came, the end of the handlebar was like pinched in, completely messed up. It looked like it had gotten really damaged in shipping. Submitted some pictures of it to P&W, told them about what happened. They sent me free bars, free stem, free grips. Absolutely hooked it up. So I love P&W, obviously, and I highly recommend them. So yeah, that I also just knocked out some more things that I've upgraded. So yeah, like I said, I really like how beefy these grips are. They're super grippy. They're fantastic. I love the Loam grips, and I'd imagine, if I didn't have such big hands, then I could just get the normal grips. But if you want some beefy grips, you got big hands, whatever, I would go with the XL. And now handlebars, which I just swapped out today, and the stem. It comes with a 35 mil bar and stem, which I have right over here. It's not bad at all. Absolutely nothing wrong with it as far as I know. But the 35 mil is known, and I've heard this from many people. Let me get some good lighting. Just want to show you this. There you go. That's good. Yeah. So pretty good stem for sure. Nice and short, and definitely not bad. But like I was saying, the 35 mil bars are known to be a little stiffer, and I've just heard that even though they're all the hype these days, the 31.8 is going to give you a little more compliance. And I had these from my previous bike. I kept the stem and the bars when I got rid of that Excalibur. That's what I had these on. So I figured to throw these on. Also, 820 millimeters wide is what comes on this bike. And as other people have complained, I just found myself getting hooked on stuff and not being able to go through some narrower areas, and even just going up my stairs, I had to twist the bars to the side. Not a huge deal, but I don't need 820. I really don't feel like I need 820. So haven't even read it yet. Maybe I will prefer the 35 mil and this setup versus this. I don't know yet, but that is something else I've very recently upgraded. What else have I done? Definitely a huge thing is the pedals. It came with, terrible pedals that are not even usable. So these Atlas pedals, I got them on a really good deal at REI. So I would highly recommend these. I'm sure you can get a good deal on them if you look around. Yeah, they're great. They come with a bunch of these pins. So if you are going over like a rock garden or something and you bend one like I did, you'll have no problem just taking those pins that came with them, swapping one out real quick like I had to do. So yeah, just putting that out there. Very good pedals, would recommend. They have treated me well. They're super grippy, adjustable, length. With just an Allen key, you can adjust how much you want these to stick out. But I've left it exactly the way that it came. I really like them like this. They're extremely grippy. So yeah. Tubeless already comes tubeless, so I didn't have to do that. Whole tubeless setup this bike comes with. But if I did not have tubeless, that would definitely be one of the first things I do. Dropper post also comes with a dropper post. This is a 150 mil dropper post on the size medium frame. I'd kind of prefer a 170, but I'm getting away with it right now. It's not completely like in there all the way, but it's mostly in there. And honestly, it's not bad at all. Just I feel like I might be able to use a little more up, when I'm sitting down climbing or things like that. So tempted to get that 170. Maybe I'll pull the trigger eventually, but for now I'm fine. So yeah, talked about this, talked about all that. It's been more muddy when I've ridden lately, so mudguard helps from getting the mud spattered in the face, of course. Super easy to set up. Just a couple zip ties on the top of the fork and on the sides of the fork, and then that'll do it. You just tie it into place, really. Yeah, it's like 4 zip ties. This is a 50 mud guard. Came with 2 on Amazon for like $15, so pretty darn cheap. Stopped the video by accident there. Only other thing I feel like I do want to upgrade in the future is I've heard these rims are not so good and they dent really easy, things like that. These are the Line 30. Are they the Comp Line 30? Let me see. No, I think they're just like, okay, yeah. Line Comp 30 wheels. They're obviously alloy, and I've just heard a lot of not so great things about them, but honestly, so far I've had no issues. Absolutely no issues at all with these rims so far. They have they've gotten scratched up and they've gotten like dented up in a bunch of places, but nothing too bad. They're not bent beyond belief or anything. And I've been riding pretty rough trails lately. So yeah, not terrible. Also, another thing that a lot of people complain about on the /8 Facebook page that I follow is the tires. I hear so many people complain about the tires. I just don't quite get it. These look just fine to me, as far as like the knobs are great, very grippy. Yeah, this is the XR5 up front here, 2.6 wide. On the rear, you got the XR4. It's a little less aggressive, a little faster rolling, less knobs. It's been great. I don't think that I'm going to replace the tires anytime soon, because that's just seems unnecessary for me to do all that work. Like, they're already tubeless. I'm going to ride these for as long as I can. I'm not going to try to swap those out. But obviously then I'm also going to do the same thing with the rims, because also have not been a problem for me at all. The thing that was a big problem for me is a creaking sound, which I will probably make a video about that. And yeah, I'll probably make a video about that in the future. So yeah, that is the upgrades that I have made to my /8 so far. Really not a whole lot, because I have not, like I said, haven't really felt the need to upgrade too much, as I should not for such an expensive bike, by my standards at least. I've never spent $3,000 on a bike. Certainly have never done that before, but it is a fantastic bike. I absolutely love it. Definitely much more bike than I need currently, with the 170 millimeters of travel from this RockShox Lyric fork. Obviously does not need to be upgraded. Same thing with this, in my opinion. The Super Deluxe Ultimate does not need to be upgraded at all. I've hardly ever even touched the suspension settings. I've just left it in the middle here, and it's been great. I'm using all the travel, basically. I'm not bottoming out though, using all the travel. With this, I get like close, but honestly, a lot of times I don't use all the travel, but I'm thinking that's just because it gets firmer as you progress in the travel. So as the friggin' what's the word? As this travels up the stanchions, as you get farther and farther, this goes down. This goes down into there. You know what I mean. As you get deeper into the suspension, it gets firmer. So it gets harder to go all the way down and bottom out. No complaints is basically what I'm saying. Fantastic. It's been great. Definitely would recommend this bike so far, and I look forward to pushing its capabilities even more. So yeah, please comment if you have any, questions about anything, and if you want to ask me about my /8 and any complaints that I have, or whatever, anything at all, please feel free to make a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again. Adios.